Hello, hello, wonderful people. Hello, sisters. Hello, healing community. Thank you for coming here and watching me live or catching the replay. If that is you, welcome. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you're here, and I'm so excited as well. Um, this training really just dropped into me last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to get this out now. So it is a bit of a um, something that came up last minute, but I'm so excited. It'll be over the next 4 days, and we'll be going live every day at this time, 11:30 if you're in Australian Eastern Standard Time, and sometime in the evening if you are in the US. So let me know where you're tuning in from. I hope this time is works well for you. And we'll jump into it. So this over the next 4 days, we'll be talking about reconnection, reconnecting to your body, mind, and soul so that you can heal your PCOS holistically, naturally, and sustainable, so that you can develop habits that feel aligned, that feel easy for you. Because I'm sure if you have PCOS, you've tried so many things to try to manage it, to try to heal it, but the diets, the restriction, the exercising intensely, you've tried all these things, you're doing the things, but there's no connection. There's no connection. And that's why it doesn't feel good. It doesn't last. It's not sustainable because there is no connection to your body. There's no connection to your body and understanding what your body is telling you if it feels good. There's no connection to your mind. There's no positive, encouraging thoughts going on in your mind to continue this action, this behavior, this habit. And there's no connection to the soul. Your soul is saying one thing and you're trying to do another. And this disconnection is what's stopping you, what's blocking you from consistently engaging in your healthy habits and therefore healing your PCOS. Let me know if this is if this is resonating with you, or if this is a little bit on the far side for you. You're not really sure if this resonates, and that's completely fine. Whatever you're feeling is completely perfect. This training is really about bringing all these subconscious and unconscious behaviors, thoughts, beliefs to your consciousness, right? We go through our day, this is like a proven scientific statistic that we use about 5 to 10% of our brain. Most of what we do is unconscious or subconscious. Our consciousness is only 5 to 10%. And so there's so many beliefs and emotions and things that we do that we're not even conscious of. And this is where most people get stuck, because they're trying to change their habits. They're trying to change their eating. They're trying to change their movement habits. They're trying to change the self-care. But they're physically doing it. They're physically trying to do it, and they're consciously trying to do it. But there is something that is underlying that's blocking them. There's something that when they're unconscious, when things happen and they're not able to be fully conscious of choosing the right foods for them or going out and moving their bodies, then that unconscious belief or habit or thought or whatever it is comes in and blocks that action. So if you've tried to eat healthier, if you try to regularly move your body, if you've tried to stop binge eating, if you've tried to stop emotionally eating, you've consciously tried, you've made a commitment to yourself, and you're like, this is it. This is the time where I stop binge eating. I stop emotional eating. I stop bursting out in anger or bursting out in tears or eating junk food. And you've made that commitment to yourself, but something happens. Life gets busy, something upsets you, and you just fall back into old habits. That is your subconscious and unconscious mind, habits, emotions, behaviors coming out that's blocking you from taking these consistent actions, consistent healthy habits that you know will improve your PCOS. I truly believe that in your truest form, when you are aligned with yourself, when you are connected with yourself, that you want the best for yourself. You innately, intuitively know how to eat to fuel your body and nourish your body properly. You know how to move to feel good. You know how to self-care. You know what you need to do to be healthier. Innately. You know which foods are nourishing for your body and which aren't, which have more nutrients than others. You know that movement will improve your health. Regular movement will improve your health. You know this. You know taking time for self-care is important for your health. You know reducing your stress levels is important for your health and for your PCOS. You know this. It's about clearing all those subconscious and unconscious beliefs and behaviors and mindsets so that you can come back to your truest form, your most intuitive form. And that is by bringing the subconscious and unconscious to your conscious mind, being aware of these things that are blocking you from your intuitive truth. And you do that by deeply reconnecting with your body, mind, and soul. Are you ready? Are you excited? Because I am. All right. So before we dive into it, I really want you to deeply understand this and understand why this is important, why it's important for you to have this consciousness, this awareness of the unconscious and the subconscious parts of you. So think about a time where you have binge eaten, or if you binge eaten, or if you have, burst out into tears or burst out in anger, or you, you're meant to go to the gym, but you didn't. I'm going to use binge eating as an example. So let's look at it like this. So there is your action, your behaviors, the thing that you're pretty conscious of. And then you have your emotions. All actions and behaviors are driven by emotions. Right? So if you're binge eating, what is the emotion that is driving that behavior? Is it fear? Is it stress? Is it anxiety? Is it anger? Is it overwhelm? Think about a time where you've binged, ate, or whatever the behavior that you want to use as your example. Think about the emotion that drove that behavior. And your emotions are driven by your mindset, and deeper than that, your beliefs. So beliefs are just a thought that has been repeated many, many times until it's become a belief. So what is the thought that drove the emotion, that drove the action? What is the thought that drove the sadness, that drove the binge eating? A thought might be, well, I'm so hungry and I need to eat something now. If I don't eat something now, I am going to die. So I just need to eat something. That cake is right there, so I'm just going to eat that cake now. And you feel sadness or overwhelm or whatever your emotion is, and then you eat. You eat the cake. The belief there could be cake is bad. I shouldn't be eating cake because cake is bad for me. Cake is bad for my PCOS. Cake is bad for my insulin resistance. Sugar is bad. I shouldn't have sugar. But your feeling is of hunger, of desperation for some kind of nourishment. And because there is the cake there, you go for the cake. Let me know if this is resonating or if you're not really sure. I'll answer any questions that you had in the chat box, in the comments. If you have questions now during the live or later, you can just, drop it in. And then we come to the soul level. So when we come to the soul level, for so many of us, this is the sub or unconscious level. Because when have you in your life been asked, what lights your soul on fire? What would make your soul so happy? What does your soul want? When in your life have you been asked that? I don't know if you believe in souls or not, but I truly do. Yeah, I truly believe that we all have souls and we all have this this connection to our souls. And we know when our souls are happy because we are just lit up, so lit up. Like sure, it could be logically explained, but it doesn't have to be. You just feel good. So things that we're naturally drawn to. These nourishing things for our soul. And in particular for our soul, the energy of love comes up. The love for life, the love for this thing that we're doing, the nutrition, the movement, this love for ourselves, this love for our body. What makes you feel love? Is it your pets? Is it your partner? Is it your friends, your family? Is it dancing? Is it hiking? Is it scuba diving? Is it painting? Is it going for walks on nature? These things that you love, that is what nourishes the soul. And the things that you don't love, that you force yourself to do, even though it goes against what feels good for you, that is when you're out of alignment with your soul. So, with the binge eating, how does that make your soul feel? Probably not that great, right? The fear or the sadness or the anger, how does that make your soul feel? That emotion that led to the binge eating. These beliefs, these mindsets, these thoughts, how does that make your soul feel? When you are out of alignment with your soul, that is when the rest of it is out of alignment. When you feel a lack of unconditional love for yourself, when you feel like you are not worthy, when you feel like you are not enough, that is when your soul is out of alignment. And that leads to these disconnected thoughts and beliefs, these disconnected emotions, these disconnected behaviors. The soul is the deepest level. And so in all the work that I do moving forward, and this is why I've switched to a new Instagram account, is because I want to go to this depth with you, if you'll join me. Of course, we're going to still talk about the body, the physical, the actions, the behaviors, the habits, because we can't just bypass that. That is still relevant, that is still happening. But we're also going to tap into the emotions, the mindset, the beliefs, the soul. Because when we bring these subconscious and unconscious things to the consciousness, we can start to shift these. We can start to shift the soul beliefs, going from doing things that you don't love to doing things that you love, from feeling like you are only conditionally loved to unconditionally loved. And that changes your core beliefs. No longer will you believe that eating this cake is unhealthy and makes you unworthy, less worthy of a person. Instead, you will believe and you will know that eating a piece of cake doesn't tell you anything about your worth, and it is just a piece of cake. And it is nourishing in a different way. You'll start to shift your mindset, your thoughts. Right now, you might be having the thought, you look at a cake and you might have a thought, oh no, I should not eat that cake is bad for me. And instead, shifting that thought to, that's a cake. How am I feeling right now? Is a cake going to be nourishing for my body right now? Is a cake what my body needs right now, wants right now? Or do I need more balanced nourishment instead? That choice, that pause so that you can respond rather than react. You'll become more aware of your emotions, more connected to your emotions. Which emotions are you connected to, and which emotions do you suppress? And how do your emotions drive your behaviors? Which emotions drive your behaviors? The nourishing behaviors, the beneficial behaviors, and the less beneficial behaviors. Understanding your emotions and connecting with your emotions and having that emotional intelligence is such an integral part of your health and well-being and how you develop habits and behaviors. And that flows into the body, the action, the behavior, the habit. Do you see how if you do something out of love, you move your body, you go dancing because that's what you love. And so when you believe that moving your body gets to be fun, gets to be something that you enjoy. And so your mindset when you think about movement is, great, I'm going to go and move my body and have fun. And that's also going to improve my PCOS and improve my health. And your emotions are excited, are fun, is joyful. And it makes it so much easier to go and dance and move your body. Let me know if this resonates with you. So, day one today, we just went through the introduction. We'll talk about the body, the actions, the behaviors, the consciousness. Day two, tomorrow, we're talking about the emotions, which may or may not be conscious. They're likely subconscious and unconscious. Day three will be about the mind, the mindset, the thoughts, and your beliefs, which again may be conscious, but likely are sub and unconscious. And then day four, we talk about the soul, which if you haven't ever been encouraged to connect with your soul, this will be likely subconscious and unconscious. So we're going to bring all these things into your consciousness so that you can more easily make the changes, make the shifts to take more aligned action, develop more aligned habits to heal your PCOS holistically, naturally, and sustainably. I'm so excited. Okay, let's talk about your connection to your body. I want you to think about your relationship with your body right now. Maybe you want to get a pen and paper, your journal, even writing in your notes. Just write a few things that describe your relationship with your body right now. Whatever comes to mind. Notice what comes up. If you're watching the replay, you can press pause here and do that. How do you feel about your body? And how does your body feel about you? Do you feel connected to your body or disconnected? Do you feel acceptance and lovingness to your body? Or is there a lot of judgment, a lot of expectations with your body? And if it feels okay, just think back to when you were a child. The earliest memory that you can think of, and see what your relationship with your body was back then. Is it the same or different from your relationship with your body now? If it's different, when did things change? What happened to change your relationship with your body? Now, this stuff can get quite deep, so only do this exercise if it feels okay for you, and if anything comes up that makes you feel unsafe, remember that you are always safe in your body. But if you need to talk to someone, please do contact your doctor, your therapist, or myself if you need. So what influenced you to change your relationship, your thoughts, your opinions, your beliefs, emotions, habits towards your body? How is your body communicating with you these days? Do you notice when it communicates with you? In terms of, could be hunger and fullness cues, it could be emotions, it could be stress, it could be needing to pee, it could be soreness, it could be feeling hot or cold. Just notice. You can think back to a time, or you can just notice right now in your body, what is my body communicating with me right now? Is it feeling safe? Is it feeling calm, happy, joyful, fearful, exhausted? What is your body communicating with you right now? Thirst. And lastly, what stories are you creating about what your body is communicating with you? So, your symptoms are also your body's communication with you. Your carb cravings, the irregular periods, the fatigue, the excess hair growth, hair loss, acne. These are all your body's communication with you. But what stories are you creating around this? When you have carb cravings, the carb cravings are a fact. They just are. They're just happening. But are you creating the story that I'm getting carb cravings? That means I did something wrong. That means that I've eaten too much carbs. That means that I'm unworthy. What stories are you creating about what your body is communicating with you? Can you separate fact from stories? Because, two people with PCOS can have carb cravings, but the one that isn't aware of their body, isn't connected to their body, isn't connected to their mind, their emotions, their soul. They're like, oh, carb cravings, this is bad. So that means that I've done something wrong. What have I eaten that is wrong and I should have not eaten so I wouldn't have these carb cravings? But this other person has carb cravings and they're like, oh, I know that carb cravings means that my insulin is high, which means that I either need to have a balanced meal with carbohydrates or I need to move my body to potentially reduce my blood sugar levels. Do you notice the difference? One is taking this communication from your body as a judgment on themselves and their character and their worthiness. Whereas the other one just takes it as fact, takes out the judgment, takes out the emotions. So where are you creating stories about what your body is communicating with you? Where are you judging yourself? Where are you giving away your power to emotions and to these stories that you've created in your mind? So these exercises are all just bringing the subconscious and unconscious things into your consciousness. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's really difficult. In fact, a lot of the time, when you're doing this healing work for the first time, it's really difficult. But the first bit is always the hardest. When you start being conscious of these things, it's really hard to begin with because you realize that so much of your life has been run by these subconscious and unconscious beliefs, actions, emotions, mindsets, all of that. But you know that now that you're conscious of these things, you can change them, you can shift them, you can improve them. And the more you do that, the easier shifting these beliefs will become. And the easier it will be to start doing more of the aligned actions, the aligned behaviors, the aligned habits. So the last thing I want to do today before I give you your homework is a body connection meditation to help you start reconnecting with your body. So much of our life, we just go, go, go. And we absorb so much from our external world. And we forget that we have a whole internal world that is richer, so much richer than our external world. And so this meditation will help you practice letting go of these external things and start to reconnect with your internal world. Reconnect firstly with your body so that you can be more conscious of what your body is communicating with you. And the more you do this, the easier it gets, the more you'll hear from your body, the more you'll understand, the more you'll connect. So I invite you to get nice and comfortable in your seat, or lie down if that works better for you. Having a nice long straight spine, rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Maybe closing your eyes if that feels safe, or just gently gazing down. And putting a hand on your heart space, so the center of your chest, and the other hand on your belly or your womb space, or wherever it feels the most comfortable for you. And just take a moment there to feel the connection between your hands and your body. Feeling that gentle pressure. Feeling the places where your body and your hands connect, and the area around that where your body and your hands don't connect. Maybe feeling the warmth or the coolness of your hands on your body. Maybe noticing your heart beating, your breath expanding your body and collapsing. So just noticing your connection between your hands and your body. And notice if there is any judgment or any attachment to a thought. Just acknowledging that, thanking that thought for being there, and gently, lovingly letting it go. And coming back to your awareness of your hands on your body. Now taking a breath in through the nose and feeling your belly expand, your ribs expand, and your chest expand. And exhaling through the mouth with a nice juicy sigh. Make as much noise as your body wants to release. So inhaling again all the way into your belly and exhaling out of the mouth. One more time, inhale. Just feeling the breath expand your belly, your ribs, your chest. And exhaling out of the mouth. Noticing your belly, ribs, and chest collapse. Now just returning to the natural rhythm of your breath. And just being aware of your breath flowing in and out of your body. Noticing the cool air entering your nostrils, flowing down the back of your throat, past your chest, into your belly. And as you exhale out of the nose, feeling your belly contract, your ribs contract, your chest contract, and the warm air flowing out of your nostrils. So just doing that a couple more times, just following the breath and being aware of the breath flowing in and out of your body. If your mind wanders, that's completely normal and okay. The power of the practice is acknowledging that your mind has wandered and bringing your awareness back to your breath. That could happen 5 times during this practice. It could happen 10, 20, 100 times during this practice. And that is all perfect. Every time, being aware that your mind has wandered and bringing it back to your breath, that is the practice of meditation. Now letting go of your awareness of your breath And just dropping into your body now. Bring your consciousness into your body. And noticing what calls your attention. Is it a stiffness or a tightness in your body? Where is that in your body? And just breathing into that space that feels that stiffness or tightness. Or it might be a sensation in your body, an emotion, a feeling. Where in your body are you feeling that? And breathing into that. It might be your body communicating with you about something. Maybe it's hunger or fullness. Maybe it's thirst. Maybe it's need to urinate. Maybe it's hot or cold. Just being aware of that communication from your body. Breathing into that. It could be that you feel or sense nothing at all. And that's okay too. Just continue focusing on your breath. This is all perfect. This is all a part of your journey. Taking a couple more moments here to breathe, to be aware, to bring your mind back to your breath. And when you're ready, letting go of that awareness of your breath, your emotion, your body, and repeating these affirmations out loud or in your mind after me. I am safe. I am whole. I am home. I am safe. I am whole. I am home. One more time with conviction. I am safe. I am whole. I am home. Knowing that you can always come back to your body for safety, that you are whole no matter what you experience, no matter what you feel, and you are home. Your body will forever be your home. Take a moment to express gratitude for yourself for showing up today and for doing the work, for courageously looking deep within you to bring the subconscious and unconscious to your consciousness so you can shift and heal on a deeper level, so you can guide your soul to find more joy, more pleasure, more love, more happiness. Thanking everyone else in this space for being on this journey as well. Acknowledging that everyone is on their own journeys, and that is perfect. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, feeling it travel all the way to the belly, and exhaling out of the mouth. Wriggling your fingers and your toes, and gently blinking open your eyes to rejoin us in the room. Please journal anything that came up for you during that meditation. It's such a powerful, powerful practice to just spend some time connecting with your body. And we're going to do a little bit of a meditation or a body drop-in or something like that every day during these next 4 days. But I really encourage you to develop a practice for yourself as well. Every morning, just 5 minutes of connecting with your body. Can you wake up 5 minutes earlier? Can you tell your kids, these are my 5 minutes? I'll answer your call in 5 minutes. Can you give yourself, prioritize yourself for 5 minutes in your morning to connect, to reconnect with yourself? So, your homework today is to check in throughout the day, and you might want to set some alarms for this, maybe 3 alarms throughout the day, to just check in with your body. Maybe just closing your eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath, and noticing what your attention is drawn to in your body. Notice what your body is communicating with you. Noticing if you create any stories about what your body is communicating with you. Just so that you can become more conscious of your connection with your body and your body's connection to you. It could even just be when you need to go to the toilet, you'll be like, oh, my body is telling me, my body is communicating with me that I need to go to the toilet. So just becoming more conscious of your body's communication with you, and also your communication with your body. So that is your homework. I'd love to hear any insights that you gain from this training or from this homework. Please feel free to drop it in the comments in this video. I would really, really, really love to hear it. Thank you so much for joining me live on the replay today. I know we've had a bit of a longer session today, but over the next couple of days it will be a half-hour session. I'm so, so grateful that you are doing this work, because this is the deep healing work. This healing work is not just for yourself, but for other sisters, other people with PCOS, for your friends and family, for the collective. When you heal yourself on this deep level, when you heal your soul, you're healing the collective. And life will become so much easier. Things will just flow more into alignment. You will start to eat nutritiously, move your body regularly, self-care, manage your stress more easily because it feels good, because it feels right, because it feels aligned. And life will be so much more joyful, excitable, playful, fun, happy, pleasurable, in flow. And that is what I want for you. Thank you so much. Mwah. So much love for you all. Please drop in the comments the number one most useful thing that you took from this and some insights from your homework if you'd like. And I will see you tomorrow for day 2, where we talk about reconnecting with your emotions. That's a big one. Have a wonderful day.